Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, wamerudi tena parliament. Oh my god. Anyway, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Chef Lois and Lifestyle. Oh my god. Today I'm going to talk about my experience as a person living with disability. Do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel because I'm in the road of 400 subscribers so that you can be notified for my content, which is food and lifestyle. Thank you. So while I was saying that, I have a condition and I'll give a small briefing about my life as a person living with disability. So my name is Lois Wamushe Mwangi. I discovered I had disability when I was young at 2 years, and later in my life I did my research, and I got to know that it is called hemiplegia, which it affects one part of the body. As you can see, my hand and my right leg. So I used to go for physiotherapy. It was hard, but it was painful, hard and very painful. It also affected my brain, how I can read and write and grasp maybe a story or mathematics and to understand. So that's how I knew I had disability. Now when I went to school, which was in Thika. They were receptive, so that school was called St. David's Academy in Thika, Makongeni. So I went and I did my pre-unit, nursery. Those days it was called pre-unit. Right now it's called PP1, PP2, PP3. Then after that we came to Nyeri. I went to school at a school called Wema Central. Then after shortly we went to Nyeri Primary. Nyeri Primary was a good school, and I learned a lot. I learned how people think. I learned how to swim. I learned how to talk to people. Then in some point, I went to boarding in the same school for some time. I was not performing well. I was an average student. So that's how I am. I used to get 300, 320, 300 to 80. Nikienda sana to 50. Then I did my class 8 at a school in Karatina, which was called Wabugonyamo Academy. That's where I finished my primary school, which I didn't do very well. So then after that I went for ropes. For those who know, after you finish primary, you go for ropes. You are taught mambo ya godly, how you should wait on the Lord till marriage, what you want to do with your life after primary school. I went to a certain place in Embu to be taught those things. It was called Rite of Passage. Then that's when I discovered that I love music and food. Then I wanted to become a pastor. All my life I would see my dad preaching, so I thought I might become a pastor. And then I used to look up to a certain pastor. I think you know her. She is called Bishop Margaret Wanjiru and Reverend Kathy Kiuna. I used to really admire those ladies, so I wanted to become like them. Then later in life, when I was in high school, I was told, usiende kufanya kuwa pastor. So I was like, oh my God, sasa nitafanya. So I was like, I'll think about it. So after primary, I went to high school, but it was not high school. It was not an 844 system. It's a system called ACE, which stands for Assay-Related Christian Education, which I did for around from 2011 to around 2016. Then after that, nikaanza kuhustle. Nilianza kuhustle at 2016. I was around maybe 19, 20. I'm not that sure. So I volunteered to become a teacher. So after that, at a certain school in Nyeri County, I did for around 3 months. That school was was called Christian Faith Academy and Loy Chrisam. The experience was good and bad at the same time. I can't complain. That's when I experienced discrimination. That's the story of another day. Hapo ndo nikajua self esteem. When I was growing up, I had a good self esteem, but nikifika high school, hapo nikikaribia I met this young man. I'll call him B. This young man, we used to stay together on car desk mate, but this person used to call me Shosh. That person called B. Hey, alikuwa ananiona nikivaa dresses refu because we were not that rich, so we got zile oversized clothes for so those years for high school. So alikuwa anaita Shosh. So that's from, imagine kutoka from alianza kukuitwa Shosh, then those people who are younger than us waka pick the name, wakaanza kuniita Shosh. So from that day nikaanza kuitwa Shosh and my esteem started going down. So I don't like it. So after some time, he was called by our teacher. He was disciplined, but alikuwa disciplined. Then after that, ikakaka, ikaisha, ikakaka, ikarudi. Then a friend of ours who we were schooling with, akanita Shosh mbele ya watu. He was younger than me. I felt like punching him and beat him. Nikakumbuka it is a Christian school. Nikajicompose. But when I came back home, I cried. Then his sister akaniwekea sharp point kwa kiti. So I didn't know ni sharp point. I just sat on it. In front of everybody, that time it was a parent-student conference meeting in the morning. They used to come and pray for us when we opened a new term. So that his sister put that sharp point on the seat, and I didn't know. So I sat on it. I felt pain on my bum. I screamed, and my dad was there. My dad was angry, and my dad felt like, hey, this is too much. So yes, that's how it went. So my parents decided us to go for homeschooling from around 2013 to 2016. So we came back home and did homeschooling. So we used to just buy our pieces, those books that we used to buy them outside. We book them through a school called in a school in Garden Estate, Nairobi. Si ya Nyeri, kuna Garden Estate ya Nairobi, which was called Faith Venture. We used to book our pieces there, and then zinaletwa through a parcel. So we used to do that, and I did well. Yeah, I did well. I got a C. I didn't finish till grade 11. You can opt. For those who had that discrimination really affected my performance, and it led to how I understand things in my head. So I couldn't even express myself. Yeah, so I didn't express myself. I couldn't even talk good English, or even to compose a good statement. I would stammer. I would shrub, like to say my shash. I would say shash. I would say share. I would say, instead of saying chair, I would say share. I used to shrub. My tongue that time was heavy, but with time, the Lord made things beautiful. So I used to go to church, I used to pray, I used to cry at night. Then after some time, I finished school, then I went to volunteer. And after that, I was told what I was asked by my parents, what would you like in your life? I wanted, because of being decided to become a pastor, I thought of marketing and chef. My parents wanted me to become a primary teacher because of the way I used to serve in my home church, which was on your way to Kengongo, which was PCA Imani. It's where I've been going to church those days. So they used to see me serving in Sunday school. So they told me to become a primary teacher. I was like, guy, nitawezana na watoto. So mi nikakuwa stubborn, nikasema nataka kwa chef kama one of my relatives. They said utawezana na hizo shift, sijui what. They started talking, advising me. My uncle akaniambia, started telling me sifanye reception, front office. Mi nikaambia mi sijisikii front office, mi nataka kupika, because even at home I used to cook and I used to cook well. I can cook everything that any other person who is able can cook. I can cook ugali. Even I've done a video of ugali. I can cook chapati and I can cook mukimo. There is a time I put a video of King Mukimo mashed. For those who don't know, mukimo in Kikuyu culture, it's called mashed, which is put githeri, waru, and some greens, you mash them. So that's how that's what I do. And I also learned how to cook naan bread. And then I went to school, which was in Murang'a County, which is called Michuki Technical. I did for almost 1 year. Then I went for attachment. Those people they were shocked. My classmates then were shocked how I can do things on my own, bila kuwa independent. Najuanga sisi, those people living with a disability, they are dependable to people. So if they see someone who is disability and they are independent, they stare to you like that German stare. Because when you go to German, there is a German stare. They look at you for long, paka you are like shy. So I went there and finished. Then I went and that was at Sunday, and I did certificate at Nyeri National Polytechnic for 2 years. Then I went to attachment in one of the prestigious hotels in Kenya, which is Sagana Getaway Resort. I did there for almost 4 months. They were very good. I learned nice people. I met big people in the country. I can't even forget. I met Vivian. I met the daughter of Ruto. I met Sakaja, the governor of Nairobi. I met good people. I've worked with billionaires of Kenya. So then after that I did diploma. Then I went to another prestigious hotel, Locust Riverine. That changed my life. The way they think, the way they encourage people, the way they do their things systematically, clean, fine, professionally. Hiyo hoteli bana. Kama unataka kwenda kubook their services, Locust Riverine is one of the best hotels in Kenya. Book their services, their food, their cakes, their housekeeping. They are receptive about the way they receive their guests. Locust have four branches. One in Embu, another one on your way to Murang'a. The one on your way to Murang'a is the main one, and another one in Murang'a town. and another one on your way to Makutano inaitwa Locust and Curry. So I was in Locust and Curry, and life just, it was in another world. I was in Kenya but in another world. Tulikuwa tunacheka tu huko, sometimes tunalia, sometimes tuna encourage mtu akiwa down. It was superb. And I also met big people there, so I was like, wow. I met the daughter of the president. Yes, I met one of the big people in the country. So, and also connections. And that's it. Then after that time I was doing also YouTube. I started YouTube around 2020, 2021. So I was doing bado food and chef and food and music at my YouTube channel. So that's it. And right now I'm still focusing on YouTube. Then this year I graduated. Before graduating I applied a job, but nilipata, oh my god, nikatumwa na supervisor yangu. Mahali nilitumwa in a certain school in Nyeri. Oh my god, I got a sister who was very rude. A sister, it's a Catholic college school. So that sister ni kama maybe, I don't know if she was a principal or she was a teacher. Niliongeleshwa vibaya, oh my god. Sijaongeleshwa hivyo, hata mzee hajaniongelesha hivyo. Alisema huwezi beba exam papers kukiwa na stairs, utastruggle sana. You just go home, go to the offices to where you are supervised. Alikutuma, so weenda tu, hii kazi huwezi pata. Na nilikuwa nisha deploy. I had already been deployed. He was not even supposed to pay me. I was just coming to do my work. I didn't even see my supervisor who I was assigned to. Nikaambia tu, see the face of the door. Akaenda. Ananiambia, just enda. Wewe uwezani. With the condition of your hand and leg, huwezi. Oh my god. Hiyo siku nilikuja nikalia. Then uzuri tukapatana na mzae. Mzae alisikia hiyo story, alikasirika. So my dad went to and report to the offices of the disability. Oh my god. They really acted. Then in the period, nikapata ingine, nikaenda nikapeleka my papers in certain schools. Nilipeleka my papers to Ruiru Technical and another school called Madhioya. I was applying as a LEC. So they wanted a person who has done already diploma in food and beverage. So I saw an advert in the newspaper. So I nika-apply na wakatuambia tupeleke. Then in the process I didn't get sikuitwa tena. Then I got another one of Nyeri County, which I applied, and when I applied I didn't get a chance. Nikasema kunja ni kubaya. So after that, right now I'm just depending on my content, and if I get a chance I'll apply. I can do reception because that's my area. I can cook. I can cook anything, and I can't do spreading the bed. Sinaitango aje housekeeping. Misikusomea housekeeping. Kama unataka kuniajiri, please don't give me housekeeping duties. Hizo hatuwezani. Pair to service and kitchen and reception, because that's my area. And I have pastry skills which I'm learning by myself through day by day. I practice at home so that I can enhance my skills. hii government wanatuambia to embrace skills. Sijui hatu wenye wako na degrees na masters wana survive aje huko nje, but sisi mahali nilisoma we emphasizing about skills. Sababu huko nje ni skills, si bachelor ama masters. Huko nje what can you give outside there other than your bachelor? But they have noted about life is that unaweza somea chakula uende ufanye IT. Kama saizi nafanya IT. Kuna place nilienda for internship, for training ni IT. Na sijasomea IT. So I'm like, maybe bora tu ujitume. Kuna kitu moja tu ni wazito jitume. Hii generation Z kujituma. Hata kama uko na degree ngapi. Unaweza soma degree na labda hiyo degree haikupatika kitu. So in other words, ukiona mtu akona shida, especially person with a disability, don't stare please. Hatupendagi kukua a center of attraction. 2, give them opportunities. You may never know huyo mtu atakufanyia nini. Another thing about sisi when you akona disability, we can do anything as long as you give us time. It may not be perfect at that time, but in time, kama venye scripture usema, in God's time, it will make it happen. So, give us time. As we may take time like the rest, but najua the different hao wenye hawakwangi na mashida, tutasema hivyo. Wenye wako abled, let me use that. Wenye wako abled wanaweza fanya vitu zikiwa very fast, but as we take time. So usichoke na sisi, number 1, and just pray for us so that we are people like you. Alafu usituoneshe madharau. Unajua hii Kenya iko na madharau kutuhusu. Hii Kenya tumeonyeshwa madharau. Usijudge na usi to take for advantage. Sababu I have been taken advantage of in an experience I was in school. Mtu anakuja, acha niite huyo msichana A. Huyo msichana A anakam shule. Yes, I did help that person, lakini how can you take my shoes bila my permission? Na unasema ni Lois. Then unaambia hao wazito wenye alikuwa na kusaidia exam ya practical. Wasikuja kunisaidia. Hey, hii earth iko na malipo. Na unajua, there's a musician has sung a song, What Comes Around Goes Around, by Justin Timberlake. Enda usikie song, What Comes Around Goes Around. So please, usidharau mtu. Hata kama yeye ni young, don't despise his early beginnings. You may never know. Kama Baha alikuwa baba wa mtoto wa mama. Saizi ni empire. Kila kitu iko Netflix. You may never know the way that person. You may never know his future. It's only God who knows his future. And believe in yourself. Those people who hurt me during my exams, during my practical exam, wacha ninyamaze, because the Lord saw it, and ile vitu mlinifanyia, Mungu awabariki. Na mwenye alinitusi, na sitasema nani, mwenye alinitusi, God akuonyeshe the right path. Because mwenye that person alinitusi that night, and it was my exams. Na sasa ndio anafanya exam yake. Acha niseme ukweli. Ya mwisho. Hiyo time alikuwa anafanya exam yake ya second year. Sasa ndio anafanya exam yake ya mwisho. Mi sikuombei vibaya, lakini that person mwenye alinitusi. Tutapambana, maisha itapambana na wewe. And remember that #reject the finance bill. Another point is, in this country, please, msidanganywe na watu wakubwa, meaning politicians. So in the next elections, choose wisely. Ama sijui aje, kuna venye watu wana tudanganyiriana pesa kidogo. Please, usichukue hiyo pesa kidogo. So please, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And for those who are doing exams, July, NEC, what comes around goes around. And success. Thank you very much for watching. See you to the next video.